Well, Drew, congratulations on 250 games. Can you believe you've made it this far?
No. There's certainly a lot of people along the way that help you get to where you are. You need a lot of good support. You need some luck. And I've had that along the way. So whilst I get to play the 250th on Friday night, there's a lot of other people that definitely deserve credit as well along the way.
So you're talking about family and all the support you get at the club, and and all the supporters as well, I suppose.
Yeah, it obviously starts with your parents, and mum and dad come across for the game. They obviously bring you up and give you the opportunity to play footy and drive you around the state every weekend, sacrifice their lives to gave me the chance to play at the highest level as a kid. And then, yeah, my wife, Nicole, we've got 3 beautiful kids at home now, which is fun. And she's a great support, obviously, encouraging me to go out there and train as hard as I can and spend as much time at the footy club as I need to make sure I can still play the game to the best of my ability.
When you whiz back to your debut, can you believe how far you've come, how far the game's come, and even like where you're at as far as life goes, I suppose, with the 3 kids, you're married?
Yeah, lots happened in the 14 years. Married, 3 kids. I still remember the first game against Essendon on a Friday night. I used to barrack for Essendon as a kid, but I love playing them now and love beating them, although it didn't happen this year. But the first game, I think I only had a couple of kicks, but that'll be a memory forever. And the other great memories along the way have been probably finals, which we haven't played too many of, unfortunately, but the other milestone games I've been able to play in. Glen Archer's milestone up in Sydney, where we came back from 7 goals down at 3/4 time, was memorable. Played in a couple of Boomers milestones and played in the game, Jason McCartney's final game. So all those things that you don't sit down to think about until maybe times like these, when they sort of look back and reflect and appreciate, how lucky I've been.
So it whizzes by. Like, is that what you'd say to any newcomer to the game? It goes pretty fast. Like, make sure you relish it.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, you can say that. At the time, though, when you're in the grind in the midst of a pre-season, it feels like it's going forever. But looking back now, it does go really quickly, and I think you certainly appreciate it a lot more now. And what drives me and motivates me is absolutely to play finals and to win a premiership. But I want to keep playing as well, so that my kids can sort of remember a part of my career, and not just so they can remember me playing footy, but more so that they can spend time down at the footy club, because it's a great place to be able to bring the kids, and the club's so welcoming of players bringing their children down to the place. So that's why I want to stay around for a bit longer as well.
What does the club mean to you?
Well, I've spent more time at the club now than what I did at school. I've spent more time at the club than probably what I have at home almost as well. So it's been a place where I've certainly grown up. I was a pretty raw, skinny, freckly, red-headed 18-year-old coming out of Ballarat, and hadn't really, I was a pretty quiet kid, and you come to the bright lights of Melbourne and you grow up pretty quick, doing hook turns and looking out for trams and all that sort of jazz in Melbourne. It makes you grow up pretty fast. Yeah, you get thrown in the deep end, and you go from being a boy to a man pretty quickly, because you don't have any other option.
Drew, when you started, there would have been some pretty intimidating players in the locker room at the time.
Yeah, there were. The club had come off a really big and successful era in the 90s, winning flags and playing in prelims, and the names like Carey, Stevens, Archer, McKernan, Blakey, the whole list goes on. So walking into that locker room, I sort of walked in with my head down the first time, but the first bloke to come up to me and shake my hand was David King. I can still remember that. The first bloke I did a partner stretch with on the ground was Corey McKernan, and everyone was really welcoming, which made it easier on me, being a pretty shy young bloke from Ballarat.
Well, mate, congratulations on 250. Hope it all goes well for you.
Thanks, mate.